Hi, welcome to McQueen's Body Shop, where we give you safe and effective workouts that you can do anywhere. Let's get started.
All right, everybody, hands behind your head. You're gonna bring your opposite knee to opposite elbow. And so we're just trying to get warm here. You wanna bring your knee as high as you can. We're getting a little stretch in our glute, warming up the core here. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stand right where you are. We're just taking it into side lunges, okay? So we're sitting nice and far back, making sure the knee is not tracking over the toe. You can see Mary's side view there. And really sit the butt back as far as you can. Like Mary's doing, you can lift the arms, and that's gonna start to warm up the upper end of our body here. Use the breath. We're just shifting back and forth. Let's go for 8, 6, 4, 3 butt kicks after this, 2, and 1. Right into our butt kicks here. You can do low impact as Mary's doing.
I hopped on that low impact train.
Knees are pointed straight to the ground. Heels are kicking your butt right behind you, okay? Every time. And then we're just gonna go right back into our first exercise after this, okay? Let's go for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remember, hands behind the head, elbows out wide, getting a nice twist in our midsection here. This one kind of makes me a little bit dizzy. So I try to kind of focus forward instead of, turning my head every time with my elbows, because it's a little much for me. Whew. Let's just go 6 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Right back into those side lunges. Back is flat here. Again, raise the arms straight out in front of you. If you want a little something extra here, you should be starting to feel warm now. So adding that in is always an option. Try not to hit your partner if you have one with you. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one is here, back to butt kicks.
Really connect that heel, you guys. You're warming up those hamstrings.
Land softly on the balls of the feet. You don't want to sound like an elephant. You want to be a quiet little mouse. Nice soft landing. Let's go for 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time with these. I don't even know what to call these. Someone come up with a fun, clever name and message us, and maybe we'll start using it. Use the breath here. Get that twist in. Pick up the pace if you can. You should be warm by now. Let's go 8 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to those side lunges. Really sit that butt nice and far back. You should feel a nice stretch here. Keep the back flat. Raise those arms out in front of you. And your gaze, I'm gonna be looking at you, but your gaze should be down towards the mat in front of you, towards the ground in front of you. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Back to butt kicks, last time here. Then we're gonna do our nice, quick, dynamic stretching after this. Let's go faster, faster. 8 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Nice job, you guys. Shake it out a little bit. Let the breath come down ever so slightly.
Feeling warm.
And then take your knee, hug it into your chest, and switch sides. We're just gonna go back and forth with this. Just feel a nice little stretch in the booty here. 2 more. Ooh, almost fell. Last one here. Flex the foot out in front of you. Bring that chest towards your toe. Keep the back flat. Sit that butt out behind you. And keep your gaze somewhat lifted here. 2 more. And last one. Take your foot into your hand and point that knee down towards the ground. And switch sides. Flex that foot that you have in your hand. That's gonna help deepen this stretch a little bit. 2 more. And last one right here. Figure 4 stretch. Put that ankle over the opposite knee. Sit down and back. As you can see, Mary's back is nice and flat. Her chest is lifted. And she is sitting back so that her knee is not tracking over her toe. And last one right here. And let's take a few arm swings. Right over left, left over right. Hopefully I'm not hitting my microphone as I do this. 2 more. Last one. Take a pretend ball, throw it down overhead.
This is a really good one.
I love this one.
Do it more.
You can even
Forgot about it.
add a little squat in there with it too.
So good.
2 more. And last one, let's do some head rolls. Point that chin towards the chest and take a nice slow circle in one direction. And then back the other direction. Once you've completed that circle, let's just do 2 more of these here. Nothing too vigorous. Don't want to strain the neck. And once you've completed that circle, we are done with our warm-up. Grab a sip if you need, and we'll get ready to move into the bulk of our workout. All right, so we're gonna get started with our first round today of our workout. So we're gonna be doing an AMRAP. And an AMRAP is something you're gonna be doing it as many times as possible in the amount of time given. Take it into lateral hops, just.
I'm glad you said that because it looked like I was maybe doing the pee-pee dance, which I wasn't. I was just gonna stay warm, y'all.
It was a good cue for me. Okay, so AMRAP. A couple of different exercises, and you're just gonna keep going through them over and over. We're gonna do it for 6 minutes, okay? So let's do it all together so we can stay warm while I explain. They're on the board back here behind Mary, but they're a little bit hard to see. So the first thing you're gonna do, every exercise is 10 different things. So first, 10 thigh busters. What does that look like? We're in a lunge, and then we're jumping back and forth. If this is too much, you can just do a little hop at the top, or you can do step back lunges, okay? 10, so 1 equals 1.
Here's a fun one too.
I'll add a little more in there. If it's not enough for you to do the regular thigh busters. Then we have down dog push-ups. Mary, can you demonstrate the down dog push-up for me? So her hands are above her head here, and she's just gonna bring the top of her head closer to the mat and further away. So it's like a push-up where you have your butt is kind of hiked up before behind you like a down dog movement. If that's too much for you, you're bringing your band behind you, and you are extending your arms in front of you like a chest press, but you're at a diagonal, okay? 10 of those. Then we're doing 10 seesaw squats. Mary, can you demonstrate the 10 seesaw squats?
These are one of my favorites.
So legs are out wide, you're in a full goblet squat, hands are in prayer position, and you're just gonna move your head and your upper body back and forth. So a side view, it looks like this, okay? So you're kind of like hiking your butt up and bringing your chest down at the same time, okay? So you should be doing these with us right now. We wanna get that muscle memory in here. So knees stay out wide, okay, back and forth. If you've just had a kid and this is too much for you, you can just hold here, but don't hold so low that you're not working. Hold in a nice top position. If that's too much, come into a plie squat, and you can pulse it out for 10.
Lift your heels, okay?
You can also, yes, lift the heels for an extra challenge. Next, 10 jumping jacks, very simple. Let's all do some jumping jacks together. Low impact is here, if that's too much on your knees, okay? Very last thing, 10 tricep dips. Mary's gonna show those. Full tricep dip, you are bringing your butt up, you're in reverse tabletop, and your elbows are coming straight back behind you as you bend your arms, okay?
You can also sit your bottom down, you guys, and lean weight onto your arms. That's another option.
Thank you, Mary, yes.
Of course.
And if that's too much on your wrists, you're stepping into your band, you have your handles in each hand, okay? And then you are just extending your fists behind you until you straighten your arm, okay? Elbows are touching at the side. 10 of each. We're going for 6 minutes, and I am starting my time right now.
Okay.
Time has started, so 6 whole minutes. So we have our thigh busters, 10 of these, okay? You're going at your own pace, but if your memory is just, not as great and you're having an issue remembering, then you can just do it along with Mary, okay? 10 down dog push-ups. Again, the modification for that is behind the back, and you're extending diagonally up in front of you. 10 of those. After this, we have our 10 seesaw squats.
Slowly come up from that, you guys, please.
So we're getting nice and low. Chest is coming forward as the butt is counteracting and coming up behind you, okay? 10 of these. Again, you're in your plie squat pulse. If you've recently had children.
Same thing, come up slowly out of that, please.
10 jumping jacks. We have low impact here. And if you can go faster than us, go faster than us. But we're gonna keep it at our pace that's comfortable for us. We're getting a good workout in without injuring ourselves. So we have our tricep dips. Elbows straight up behind you. I'm just gonna come around and show this off to you.
Is this a circus?
It kind of felt like it.
Kind of is, it just is.
This isn't too close to you, is it?
The life, circus of life, as opposed to the circle of life. Good one, Mary.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, down dog push-ups. Breathe through these, keep the back flat. Head is coming, top of the head is coming down towards the mat every time, okay? Take the modifications as you need it. All right, we're almost 2 minutes in here, so we're about a third of the way done, okay? Again, you're going at your own pace. Mary has gone on to the seesaw squats. And remember, it's 10 of everything. So you don't have to try to remember all these different numbers for each individual exercise. It's always 10 every time. 10 jumping jacks, got low impact here. Again, going at your own pace. After this, we have our tricep dips. Get right into it. I can always show the modification for you. Light squat, elbows are pointed back. Make sure they're not flaring out to the side like chicken wings, okay? Never a good look. Never a good look. Right back to those thigh busters. Again, 10, 8. So, 1 equals 1 here, so you don't have to do 20, which is nice.
Thank you.
Sometimes we do 2 equals 1, which I'm sure you'll see at some point in one of our workout videos. Nice job, Mary. Keep it up. And maybe if you want to try to really challenge yourself here, you can try to keep track of how many rounds you get through, okay? Maybe you want to do this workout again down the road, and you can want to beat your time or beat the amount of rounds you got through the first time you did it. So these these seesaw squats, these are excellent for the inner thighs.
I'm praying.
They're a lot harder than they look, and after a while, they're really gonna kill you. You're gonna feel them the next day. Jumping jacks, excellent work. 10 of those. After that, we have our tricep dips. We're just gonna keep going. We're more than halfway, you guys. We're 3.5 minutes in. So really try to challenge yourself here. Get through as many rounds as you can. AMRAP, that's an acronym. Nice, fancy, fun word. As many rounds as possible. All right, back to thigh busters. Or wherever you're at. You could be way ahead of us, you could be behind us. It's fine, just do whatever works for you. Keep the chest lifted here. We're battling some construction noise, so I apologize if that's coming through on the sound feed. Sounds like a car alarm at this point now.
That's so annoying, you guys.
Just we adapt, we do what we can. Oh, it stopped. Thank goodness. All right. Nice job, Mary.
It's just a lot of it's meditative, you know, like when things are bothering you, just brush your shoulders off.
Block them out.
That's what I tell my daughter.
Block them out. Ooh, we should do this in our next workout.
Oh,
Really
you might
really
see
good.
that later, lucky you. Jumping jacks.
Ooh. When you're in your cardio, so like jumping jacks, thigh busters, that's when you want to try to get your heart rate up, because the other exercises in this set are, they're more strength based, and so they allow you for your heart rate to come down, so you want to make sure you're elevating it again once you're able to. Less than a minute, you guys.
Okay, let's get another one. Come on.
One more round in, come on. At least. Set your goal and try to reach it. What's your goal for today? Down dog push-ups, here we go. I'll do the modification with you guys. And again, with these, the closer you hold towards the handles, the easier it will be, just as a thought for you. Come on, we can get in less than 30 seconds. Try to get through the next 3. You've got this, Mary, we're almost there.
Oh, those don't get easier. Good Lord.
Okay. Jumping jacks, quick. Come on, quick. We have 10 seconds. Can you get your 10 tricep dips in?
I'm way too OCD.
You have to get through it. We're down. Our time has stopped, but I'm making Mary finish her tricep dips. Nice work. We're gonna take a quick water break and then we're gonna move into the second half of our workout. All right, welcome back. I'm ready to get into the next part of our workout. So just take it into monster kicks like Mary's doing just while I explain this next part. So we're gonna be doing 2-minute sets of exercises. So you're gonna be doing 2 different exercises, switching back and forth between them for 2 minutes, okay? And I'll explain them as we go. The first one we're gonna be doing, you have everything is again in sets of 10. So just remember, if you forget the number, it's always 10. So starting with 10 good morning. So let's all do this together. Hands behind the head, chest is lifted, and you're bringing your chest down towards the ground and squeezing the glutes to come back up. So down and up, that's 1, and we're doing 10 of those, okay? Then switch over to 10 wacky jacks. Hands are still behind the head, and you're bringing your elbow to your same knee back and forth like a jumping jack, kind of. Here's low impact, Mary's showing. We're switching back and forth with those for 2 minutes.
I'm sorry, is that 2 equals 1 on the wacky jacks or 1?
2 equals 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Just want to clarify.
Here we go. At your own pace, I'm starting my time right in 3, 2, and 1. Time is going. So starting with Mary, you can see she has a flat back. Her knees are slightly bent, and that's going to help prevent this from going into her back because you want it to be in your glutes here. You're going to feel these in the morning. So 10 of these. And then 10 wacky jacks. I have the low impact version here. So wacky. These are actually, I like these a lot. You should feel a nice oblique workout here with those. And again, I apologize if there's some ridiculous noise that's happening in the background because there's some trees coming down in the valley behind us, and possibly you might hear some mariachi music. There's a lot going on, so just bear with us. Focus on the workout. Again, 10 of each, switching back and forth. You are almost halfway there, okay? Almost halfway there. So just keep it up, use your breath. These might not really feel like a whole lot right now, but it's one of those exercises where the next day you're really gonna be sore. So it really focuses on the backs of the legs, particularly the glutes, if you're doing them correctly, okay? Then we have our wacky jacks. Again, 2 equals 1 here. All right, use the breath. Try to get the heart rate up for that cardio part, okay, with the wacky jack. So we have a bit of time left. Keep doing this. I'm gonna quickly explain the next set that we're gonna be doing. Again, it's 10 of each. Do what Mary's doing, but try to maybe clue into me a little bit for the next one. So you're doing side step push-ups. So you're in a push-up position here, thank you. And you are stepping to the side in a push-up, back to center, step out to the other side, push-up, back to center. You can do this on the knees if that is too much for you, okay? You can also do it up here if that is too much for you. 10 more seconds, and then we're doing 10 pretend jump rope. So pretend like you got a jump rope here, all right? And we're 2 equals 1. 3, 2, and 1. Take a brief rest here. So again, the side step push-ups, Mary's gonna be showing that, and the pretend jump rope. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, okay? Starting my time in 3, 2, and 1. Timer is going. So you can see Mary's what might happen is that you start with the full-on push-up, and then as you get fatigued and tired, don't lose your form, come to your knees like Mary just did. Okay, we don't want injury, we don't want to sacrifice our form just to get the most reps in at the highest intensity, okay? That's not good. And again, you have a bench or something in your home or in the park, wherever you are, where you can take out the inversion of that, and so it's a little bit easier on the midsection. All right, and again, so we have, if this is too hard on your knees, the full jump rope, you can bring it into like one leg at a time, like so. So kind of like a high knee, but pretend you've got that jump rope there. Mary's gone back into these side step push-ups, okay? Use the breath here, come down as far as you can in between your hands, okay? Don't tuck the chin into the chest. You wanna keep the head should be in line with the back, and the butt and the legs all one nice line, okay? So we're more than halfway, keep this up.
Oh,
I'm gonna
push-ups.
explain the next one, but keep doing what Mary's doing, okay? But just check in with me really quickly while I explain. So we're going to be doing, you're gonna grab your band for this next one with the handles. You're gonna step it in, either 2 feet or 1, and you're doing a cross-country ski arm. So your arms are staying straight and they're coming back and forward in front of you. You're just switching back and forth like so. 10 of those, 2 equals 1, 1, 2, okay? And then you're doing a 10 partial squat thrusts, which I will wait to show you because I don't want to kick Mary in the face. You have just 5 more seconds here. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Take a quick break just while I explain, and take it into high knees just really quickly. So again, you have the cross-country arms, okay, like Mary's doing. Keep your fists, the other side of your fist pointed forward in front of you, okay? And then, so 10 of those, 2 equals 1, and then you're doing a partial squat thrust. So you're in plank here, and you're jumping the feet back and forth in towards the chest and out into a plank. If that's too much, you can maybe step it in and out, step in and out. And then do we have a standing modification?
Yeah, I would do a squat. Ugh, I almost just strangled myself. That's not what these are for. Squat or squat jump if you need to get off of your wrist.
Okay, so yeah, so here, if you need
All right,
to.
everybody.
10 of each. Here we go.
My favorite.
Going in 3, 2, and 1. Timer has started. So whatever band works for you. The red's a little bit more of a challenge. And look, Mary's going nice and fast, so you can really pick up the pace with these. And as long as you're not moving around too much in your core here, okay? She's onto the squat thrust. Again, you can do squat jumps or just squat to toes, to a toe raise here. 10 of each, okay? Right back into those cross-country skiing arms. You can step a foot out of the band if you need to here, okay? That's a little less resistance, which might be beneficial if you're starting to get fatigued, okay? So keep it up, use the breath. Don't twist like this, okay?
I really gotta mentally prepare here. Sorry, everybody.
Squat thrusts are quite a fun challenge. You got it, Mary. Keep it up. But back to what I was saying, you don't wanna, you wanna keep your chest forward, straight, and you want to keep you want to really suck in your abdominals to prevent from switching outward like that and opening up. All
And
right.
similar to that, the faster you go, the more your core has to lock down to stabilize. So think about this almost as a core, sorry, I'm really out of breath, as a core workout and less arms. So challenge yourself, try to go even faster and see what happens. Your abs have to lock in even more to prevent that twisting through the hips.
You're almost there, you guys. You have about 15 seconds left, okay?
Slowly.
And then we're gonna take a water break and move to our mat work. But so keep it up, we're almost done, we really are. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Wherever you're at, take a nice little brief child's pose like Mary's doing. Grab a sip of water, and we're gonna come back in just a minute here and finish off with our mat work. All right, so we are going to get to the last part of our workout, our mat work. We're gonna start the way we always do with pelvic floor breathing. So you wanna be starting lying on your back the way Mary is with bent knees, feet are flat on the mat, and you're you're gonna take your hands into kind of a heart shape like so. Place them right over your belly button so that you can really feel your midsection in here. Okay, so we're gonna start with just some breathing. You're going to inhale, and as you inhale, you want your belly to rise as you release your pelvic floor, almost like you're about to pee your pants actually, but don't try, just shy of peeing your pants. And then as you exhale, suck in your abdomen and pull in your hips together and tighten your pelvic floor and really flex that pelvic floor, okay, as you get to the bottom of that breath. Inhale, let the belly rise and expand. Release the pelvic floor, and exhale, bring the abs in and engage that pelvic floor as you do so, okay? It's a lot of things happening at once, so if this is confusing for you, please check out the video that Mary did that really goes into more depth, and once you've seen that a few times, then this should come pretty naturally after you've had some practice with it, okay? So just take a few more breaths here. Inhale, letting the belly rise. And exhale, tucking that tummy in, engaging the pelvic floor and breathing out through the mouth, nice and strong there. Let's just do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Excellent work. Okay, so now you're gonna come onto your side, as Mary's gonna show, to come and push up. And so now you're going to have your legs, you're sitting straight up, but your legs are gonna be in 90-degree angles, one out in front of you and the other out to the side of you, okay? And so Mary's gonna start, kind of turn a little this way so you guys can see the back. Wonderful. And so she's gonna start by just raising her knee up and down. So if you notice, so yeah, little tiny raises. This is a very small movement, okay? Not a lot to be looking at, but there's a lot happening in the leg here. And you can see her heel is actually higher up than her knee. So really try to make sure that that's happening, because that's gonna help keep the hips square, okay? Now Mary is using the mat to support, because this is very challenging for your core. If you can lift up, release the arms, and just try to keep yourself lifted without using the support of the mat, okay? Let's just do a few more pulses here. Let's go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna do little taps with the heel and the knee. Heel, little taps back and forth. Staying in the same position, chest is lifted, use the breath. We're almost there, just doing a few more. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, little movements, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's switch sides here. You should, you really feel this a lot in the sides of the leg. Okay, now same thing, other side. So we're in 2 90-degree angles with our legs, and Mary's just gonna start pulsing that knee up and down. Again, her heel is higher away from the mat than her knee, okay? That's important. And you can see even though she's using the ground for support, she is keeping her chest lifted, okay? So again, little movement here. It doesn't look like much, but there is a lot happening in the leg. This is a challenging pose. Let's just go for 8 more. 6, 5, 4, use the breath. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're doing those knee tap, heel tap, knee tap, heel tap, okay?
And you guys, if you're feeling this here, that's those back obliques, which you will probably feel for a couple days after this.
Those are hard to work too. So this is a really good workout if you're kind of wanting to tone it around the lower back area. Lower back is not such an easy muscle group to work out effectively. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, Mary. So when you're ready, come onto your back. And as Mary, she's doing her side roll, remember, it's gonna help if you have an ab separation. So both legs are gonna come straight up towards the sky or the ceiling. Flex your feet and keep your legs as straight as you can, okay? You're gonna fight for that straight leg. So she's gonna bring one leg down, hold here for a second, and then switch legs, okay? Bring the other leg down. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear Mary breathing, but every time she brings her leg down, it's a nice, strong exhalation through the mouth, okay? That's gonna help engage the core as the leg lowers. So these are, your leg is what's moving, but your abdominals are what's actually doing the work here for you.
You really feel that with that hold, you guys. And if it's too low, if you're feeling yourself doming in your abs, you could just come to this point. Okay, whatever's challenging for you.
Exactly. And again, legs as straight as you can get them. I understand because flexibility is challenging, so do what you can. And if you speed this up, you're not getting the same work. As Mary mentioned, the slowness of the leg lifts is what's actually helping you really engage your core here. So just keep switching back and forth as she does. Let's do 6 more. 3 on each leg. 5. We're almost done, you guys. Reaching the end of our workout. 3. 2 more. And last one right here. Keep your legs in this position, okay? And yeah, if you need to, you can kind of shake it out a little bit, stretch out the hips, hug the knees into the chest. But then get right back into these straight legs with a flexed foot. And we're gonna do, I call these foot stamps. So you can see it's a very little movement. Mary's feet are flexed, and she's raising up her bottom to bring her feet up towards the sky. So you're not swinging your legs back and forth necessarily. It's more of just an upward movement with the feet here. This is actually very challenging. It's a small movement, so you might need to take some breaks in here in order to not sacrifice your core. So make sure you're really sucking in your belly. Head should be on the mat here at this point. And you can see it's just these little tiny hip movements. Again, it's like you're stamping your heels toward the sky, okay? Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now you're gonna hold here if you can. If you have an ab separation, just keep doing the stamps, the foot stamps, okay? If you don't, however, do what Mary's doing. Try to lift your shoulders off the mat and reach towards those toes. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down slowly. Nice job. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock back and forth. And let's do a happy baby here. That sounds like it would be, nice.
I was hoping you'd say that.
So bring the feet into each hand and just kind of pull the knees to either side of your abdominals, okay? So you should feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs here. Just take a few breaths here. And bring the knee. Actually, let's do some back stretches here. So some stretches on the back. So why don't you bring your legs straight again. And then bring one leg down to the mat. And then this other leg, pull it towards you and get a nice stretch. Try to keep the legs straight as you do so. If you can reach your hand towards your flexed foot, that'll deepen this stretch here. Unfortunately, we don't have, you know what? Would this work? Have you ever stretched with, stretch with your hand?
Indeed. Just be careful that this doesn't roll off and fly and hit you in the head.
That's what I was worried about that.
Greatly uncomfortable.
So using your band here, you can really pull the flexed foot towards you and deepen this stretch in the back of the leg here. And bring it on over slightly to across your body to the right. And then you'll feel a stretch in here. I love this one.
So tight.
And then bring it out to the other side, nice and wide, to the outside of the body. And bring it back to center. And let's switch legs here. Bringing that other foot, whatever foot you haven't stretched yet, into that loop band or handle band. Keeping that leg nice and straight. Take a few breaths here as it is. And then when you're ready, bring the foot towards the midline of your body. So try to kind of...
I can barely do it on this side.
You'll notice a big difference between the flexibility of your legs.
And there's a difference too, you guys, between what we're doing here, or this IT band stretch, and a low back twist, right? You don't want to, you can do that. That's a different stretch. But in order to get that IT band, keep the hips down.
Yes.
So that's why it's so extraordinarily painful.
And then bring it on out to the side. That does sound like a nice stretch now, though. The other one that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Let's do that after this.
It's just different.
And bring it back to center. And let's drop that band and do what Mary said, actually. So let's bring your legs into into a 90-degree angle, and then just bring them on over all the way to one side. But keep both of your shoulders on the ground, okay? And you should get a nice twist here in this T position. Hands are outstretched to either side. You can gaze to your right hand to really deepen the twist here. And let's bring it back to center. And Mary hopefully doesn't crush her microphone.
Good, I'm good.
So knees are coming over to the other side. They're at a 90-degree angle. Arms are in a T position. And you can really gaze to that opposite arm to really deepen this twist here. It's always, I forgot about that. I really like that stretch. And bring it back to center. And then bring it on over to your side and kind of slowly roll up and bring it into downward dog. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like, you can straighten one leg and bend the other. And then that way you kind of, and go back and forth the way Mary's doing. And that way you'll really deepen the stretch in whatever leg is straight. Just take a few more here. And then when you're ready, slowly walk the hands to the feet. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. We don't want a big head rush here. And then once you're at the top, take your foot, point that knee down towards the ground, and flex the back foot behind you. Raise the opposite hand and just hinge it forward slightly, deepening that quad stretch. And back to center. Let's switch sides here. That foot into the hand. Once you've got your balance, raise that opposite arm, hinge it forward. Knee is pointed down towards the ground. And back to center. Let's bring the arms out in front of you. Open up those shoulder blades behind you and kind of hunch your back over. And release, clasp the hands behind you. Reach back and open up that chest. Look it up towards the sky. And release, bring your elbow behind your head and gently push that elbow further back with your opposite hand. Getting a nice tricep stretch in here. And switch sides. Oh, that one always feels good. And release. Let's take a nice inhale. And exhale. Bend it on over to one side. Stretch out those obliques. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. Let's take one nice last breath. Inhale up. And exhale. Nice job, you guys. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you for stopping in and working out with us, and we will see you next time.